Why are electric vehicles almost impossible to afford? And I mean, even for wealthy people. Now, on the face of it, that claim sounds a little bit ridiculous. I mean, sure, EVs are expensive and only a small number of people can easily afford one right now, but electric cars are not impossible to afford. Because, in fact, companies like Tesla and Ford have even dropped the price of their EVs in recent months to levels which seem at least accessible for most upper middle class families. But here's the thing, that's just the sticker price, because you will never believe what the actual cost is. In fact, in the second quarter of 2023, Ford lost an astonishing $72,000 for every electric vehicle it sold. In fact, Ford lost more than $1 billion from its EV business in just 3 months. Now, this obviously begs the question, how on earth can Ford handle such a massive loss? If a car company is losing more than 70 grand for every vehicle it sells, it can't possibly stay in business for long. And yet, they are. Because the biggest financial loser in all of this isn't Ford Motor Company. It's you. Because the only reason Ford can get away with losing more than $70,000 on every EV it sells is because governments continue to spend tens of billions of tax dollars on credits, subsidies, and loans. For example, despite the fact that Ford recently announced it was on track to lose over $4 billion on its EV business, the Department of Energy gave the company a $9 billion low-interest loan in order to continue to build electric vehicles. And in July 2023, it was revealed that Ford was being given over $6 billion to construct a new EV manufacturing plant in Michigan. Politicians cheered the fact that over 2,500 green jobs were going to be created as a result. But when we look at the amount of taxpayer money being funneled into this project, it turns out that each new job that's created costs over $3 million per job. And before anyone asks, no, these jobs are not paying annual salaries of over $3 million. In fact, each job is paying only around $50,000 on average. So who's paying the difference? And you guessed it, the taxpayer. Or in other words, you are. And the insane costs don't end there. In fact, according to one study, when looking at the total amount of taxpayer money being poured into EV production, the true cost of simply charging an EV would equate to paying $17.33 per gallon of gas. So, why is this happening? Well, it probably has something to do with the fact that politicians feel like they won't pay any price for wasting your money. In fact, it's the exact opposite. By pouring billions of dollars into these projects, politicians can then brag about how many jobs they've created. And the tragedy in all of this is that it's not as if electric vehicles will be unaffordable forever. There's a good chance that this technology may one day revolutionize transportation, but as long as politicians continue to waste tens of billions of dollars just to make themselves look good, the true cost will remain hidden from the public. The burden will continue to fall on the shoulders of those who have no way of affording it, and perhaps most ironic of all, research and development of EVs will be incentivized not to appeal to the needs of the market, but to the needs of politicians handing out other people's money.